Let's say someone goes through a big traumatic event at age 40. Does that have the potential to significantly change their personality? Because I guess at that age, you're, like a full on adult, but now you're being hit with this extreme life event, which oftentimes can really change people, right? If it's extremely severe. So how much of a person's personality gets hurt if they go through a really painful event later on in life? Like, how much will it really mess with your personality?
Yeah, it potentially can. And I think hit is the right word because the simplest example of this is brain injury. So if you get a kind
Yes.
of cartoon
Yeah.
style anvil dropped on your head, that can change your personality. So what we know about that is that means functional changes in the brain, physical changes in the brain can directly and quickly change your personality. So if we look
Mm-hmm.
at that over time, something like head injuries are another concern. So even like kind of prolonged head
Yeah.
injuries, we look at this in sports sometimes, that
Yeah.
can have an impact on personality. Sometimes we look at things like impulse control, but other patterns of behavior that can change things. So if we know it can change in 40 and physical changes can have an effect, then psychological, emotional, life changes can have that impact too. And also really effective therapeutic environments can have too. Not overnight, like you can't change someone from kind of a therapeutic intervention in a day, but really effective, well-structured, well-organized kind of interventions can have that effect over time. And it's not, you flip a switch and someone's personality is radically different, but really deliberate kind of focused interventions can make those changes. It takes a lot of work from the person. They have to want to do it. They have to participate in it. They have to work on changing behavior over time. But it can have an effect. I mean, the other thing that can have effect too is drugs.
Yeah.
So that's another good
Yeah.
example, right? Like it would
Yeah.
take a profound amount of drugs in a short period of time to have a radical change on someone. But drug taking, various types of drugs, chemical substances can have effects over long periods of time. And that's true of medication too. Sometimes it's desirable, sometimes it's, intended, sometimes not so
Mm-hmm.
much.